What's up, guys? I'm Quentin from Pure Earth Coffee here, and I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about the background of our company. A little over 25 years ago, my grandparents were able to help save a farm in Nicaragua. And that's kind of where the coffee journey for us really was able to help skyrocket us into direct to farm. The farm in Nicaragua was kind of pivotal for Bailey and I because we were able to take the roots and be able to expand upon something that my grandparents had laid foundation for long before we were able to be in the business. And my grandfather started many years ago, and he met with a couple of really good friends that were looking at a farm in Nicaragua on the highlands. And that's where they met Diego. Diego's been a really long time friend of our family, and he's been a part of what we can grow here today. And had my grandfather not helped and start recoup his farm and give it back to the family that started that, you know, having generations into the land that they were treating and nurturing for the coffee plants, this wouldn't be where it is today. The Cafe Diego farm means a lot to our family because that's the first bean that we started out with our company. And with my grandpa being in that, putting many years of work into helping their farm grow and get better crop and yield year over year. When my grandmother grew sick a couple of years ago, my grandfather just couldn't keep on pushing forward with the farm and many other business ventures he had. He actually had to exit out of kind of the coffee dream that he had started. And that was really hard on him because him and my grandmother started that together, and she ended up passing during COVID time. And that's where I could see my grandfather still wanting to be a part of something like that with the farm he helped start and bring back to Cafe Diego. And that's where he kind of passed the baton onto Pure Earth. Bailey and I were able to start our company and get access into generations and years of foundation that was laid before us. And that was through the Nicaraguan bean. So the Nicaraguan coffee is something that's really special to us because it was the first bean, it was kind of where it started. And a lot of our offerings we built kind of around the Nicaraguan coffee. The Nicaraguan coffee is a really low acid, really smooth, really nutty, cacao forward coffee. And that's where we've kind of taken that as our pinnacle coffee and really built everything kind of around it. So when we started to then branch out beyond the Nicaraguan coffee, we started with 4 coffees, and that was the Nicaraguan, the Colombian, the Kenyan, and the Ethiopian. And we did months and months and hundreds of tests of different coffees to finally derive those down to the 4 that we chose. And that's kind of the 4 that we started our company on. Each one of those coffees were smooth, but they were acidic or tart, or they were really chocolatey. And we really wanted to bring a forefront of coffee that is very different and very polar opposite from what they previously had tasted. You know, the classic nostalgic flavors of coffee. Coffee today is it's come a long way, especially in the specialty coffee region, where a lot of these coffees are sweet and they're not bitter, there's no edge, and they're very smooth. And we kind of want to bring, kind of like teas, we kind of want to bring coffee to the table that people can try and realize that coffee is not what they used to think it was. And that's where we started with those 4 beans of coffee, and we've expanded upon those. And now we're in a lot of different countries. And some of our favorite parts about what we do is we're able to take somebody who has a palate that's very different to somebody else and bring them to a coffee that they can try and they can enjoy. Everybody's got their own opinion on what they perceive as good coffee and what they like. You know, some people really like just the classic dark roast coffee. And there's other people that really like the floral and the sweetness and the berry heavy notes in an African, in a light medium roast. And so we really wanted to bring our offerings to the table so that they could experience every side of the table they could. And that's where Pure Earth Coffee is really important to us, because we're able to bring a community together through something as simple as coffee. Thanks again for watching today, guys. This is just part 1 of 2 parts of Bean to Brew. Next week, Bailey's gonna talk about what it kind of looks like for our process today and where we're at, everything from kind of roasting to our process and how it gets to you and how you get to enjoy your cup. Thanks again. If you guys could like, subscribe, and comment down below something that you like about coffee that not a lot of people necessarily know.